1. Solve the acrostic. It even calls it an acrostic, so it's not a crossword. I have got you all here under false pretenses. 2. Solve the 3 resulting cryptic clues. 1. Write the answers to the clues in rows and columns 3, 4 and 5. 2. Fill in a 1 and a 2 in rows and columns 1 and 2 to complete the word square. So that is what we've got to do. And what we've got here, I'm going to zoom up here. Bing. What we've got here is you might have remembered in one of the puzzle boats that I did recently, I said, oh, it's an acrostic, but everything's used twice, so I have to type it in up here. It's this puzzle. I'd done this puzzle. I'd set this one up a week or 2 ago. So that's what I was going to get confused with. So every letter here is used twice. So there is a 41 here and a 41 elsewhere. Allow me a first go at all the clues, and then when I get stuck, I will be over to you for some helperoonie. Don't shout out all the answers in the chat immediately, but do shout G and then the letter of the clue, like Hologrow's done, if you've got a particular clue. So good luck, everyone. Let's solve this acrostic, and I believe I have scared off my hiccups. Hooray! After adding last bits of sage and thyme, rotate serving bowl. After adding in the last bits of sage and thyme, rotate serving bowl. I'm okay with this one. Got this one. Oh, yeah. Sandwiches, I think. There's a cultural divide on a sandwich. In the UK, it's a small thing. Like, yes, you could go to a Subway's for technically a sandwich, but a sandwich is a fairly small thing. And it's white bread or brown bread or whatever with a couple of things in it, but nothing great. US sandwiches are amazing, and I really, really want some amazing sandwiches right now. Okay, so a few people are getting into the chat. Good evening, Warble J. Hope you are well. It was a pleasure to cross paths with you at the weekend. I did. I accidentally met him. But these things happen. Go for it. I'm happy with this one, because it's going to take me ages to enter the answers in these, I think. Because I've got to enter them up here. So, if you rotate, you turn, and we're going to put in the last bits of sage and thyme. That's E and E, and you get a tureen. So that's T. 92 is a U, 48 is an R, and then it's going to auto-populate wherever the other place is somewhere in the puzzle. But I've got to do it like this. It's not particularly easy. 30 and 101. Tureen. Ice cream sandwich. Okay, yeah. You're winning me round. Semitic man to make beer. I was thinking a brewer, but it's got to be a particular sect, probably, of Judaism, but I don't know which one. I'm not good on that. My knowledge of Judaism is not good enough, so I'm going to move on to C, even though you're all getting it, so you can just be smug. Aquarium in no way will stock small fish. Aquarium in no way... I should say all the answers are 6 letters long, by the way. Aquarium in no way will stock small fish. Sorry, I've got to say it in the style of Chris Ramsey. No way! And we're all good. Good evening, Liari. Hope you're doing well. I lurked on the start of one of your Doctor Who crossword thingies. I saw the first sort of third of it. I occasionally lurk, but then I actually, unfortunately, had to go and do work. Aquarium in no way will stock small fish. S is small, so we're going to put that in an aquarium, a tank, and we're going to get a fish. First letter, please. Oh, no. Really? Oh. I blooming hate hiddens. It's a hidden. It's literally hidden in aquarium. M in no way. Minnow. No way. And we get that. So 90. 97. 15. And what's the last one? 87. There it is. Minnow. is a great. Okay, I'm nicking that. Yeah, I'm absolutely nicking that. A soldier enters a party slowly. A soldier enters a party slowly. Yes, I have this one. Minoway! Absolutely. These clues are fairly straightforward so far. I am happy with this level of cluing, aside from clue B. But they're all fairly straightforward so far. Warble! What is it, Warble? Let's give this one to Warble. A soldier enters a party slowly. What is it, Warble? So, let Warble answer, please. I'm going to start typing it. It is Adagio. So a GI is the soldier. Oh, it's Hebrew. Semitic man to make beer, Hebrew. And if you're Semitic, you're Hebrew. Right, okay, all over it now. Good, yes. Just take another look. That's all. I just need a little bit of encouragement whilst I slowly find the letters. Yeah, Adagio. I'm sure there's probably a way that I could have done it, but okay. So Hebrew is the answer to B. It's a pun. 52. How does God make tea? He brews. That is the. Well, that's a B. 20 is E, and 25 is W. And Chris M. Dixon, what are you like? Good evening. Good evening. Hey, Chris. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're feeling all right. What? That last one was in the wrong place. 35, not 25. Hope you're doing well. And it was lovely to cross paths with you recently as well. Basically, I'm just farming myself out. Okay, so this one has already turned to a D because we put it in one of the earlier clues. Bet it's not easy to hold at both ends. Oh, actually, no, there's no at. Bet it's not easy to hold both ends. Anyway, thank you, Chris. Hugely appreciated. And I shall order the extra large pizza on your account tomorrow. Literally on your account with your card details. Bet, wager. It's not easy. Hard to hold both ends. Okay, so if it's hard... So I'm just looking up because there's a spider. I've got 3 or 4 spiders on the roof of my ceiling. Sorry, just on my ceiling. One of them has decided to spin a web, and it's getting fairly close. Yeah, don't you dare. It's not easy. Hard to hold both ends. Harrod had... Bet. Am I? It is good for flies, though, Warble J. I don't mind them. They're not the big horrible spiders. They could stay because they eat the flies. It's when they try to land on me. Oh, he's gone up to the ceiling. Good. He needs a name. What's his name? And it is a him. This one's a him. The other 2 could be hers, but that one's a him. Needs a name. But it's not easy to hold both ends. I'm struggling with this one. Good evening, Neil Moo. Warble might have it. Katie definitely has had it. I'll be running out here screaming if it was. It's not easy. Difficult to hold both. I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to, hopefully, some extra letters will pop in to that one. British revolutionary to stay in Arab country. British revolutionary to stay in Arab country. Kuwait fits. As in, it's an Arab country, 6 letters with the U and the A in the right place. UK, British, UK, revolutionary, reverse it, and then to stay is to wait. There we go. So I'm happy with that. No, it... Q, K, W, A, I for 36, and T for number 3. T for 3. Good. That's not everybody type stuff in the chat so we don't have to look at say spider for very much. Screaming Lords. No. Screaming cocktail. Champagne cocktail has mother belting. I'm so excited. Da, 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 da. Magnum. Good game, says everyone. Yep. Has mother. So probably going to put like a mother in here. cocktail. I'm so excited. Anagram of I'm so with Ma in it. Doesn't feel quite right. I'm going to come back to that one. I can't think of the cocktail. What cocktail? Mojito. I can't think of any six-letter cocktails. Rum. No, coming back to that one. Darn convoluted root, or dang convoluted root. Gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to check that that is how it came out of the crossword. So I'm just gonna do that. Convoluted root feels like an anagram of root, but that's only 5 letters, so it can't be that. Just loading it up. Convoluted roots. That is the wrong file I opened. Never mind. You're getting it. I'm not. So, yeah, it's correct. D asterisk 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 convoluted root. Root could be RTE. Convoluted. It's like a swear or an oath. Or no, going to move on. Eating beef with edges trimmed. You giggle. Eating beef with edges trimmed. You giggle. So it's got to be something like tee-hee, because if you trim the edges of beef, you get ee, because you take off the first and last letter, that's B and F, so it's double E. Hee-haw. T. I want it to be tee-hee. Now, why could it be T-E-E? It could be the. Yes. Yes, it's tee-hee because it's the. And the E is the is eating EE, which is the beef with the edges trimmed. So that is tee-hee. So 37. And of course, we should actually be able to start working out half of the. That looks like the word unknown, for example. T. He. Okay. Edge of band coated with iron. Edge of band coated with iron. Well, okay. Equals D10, thank you. Edge of band coated with iron. Okay, nice clue. Yep, got this one. Okay, let's give this one to Arch, who no longer has any excuse for me to be saying archaica or anything like that, and him go, what? Because, Meredith, because there are two. There are two of these. So yeah, it's so there's. I'm going to type this in 59, and it's going to populate 59 here and the other 59 that it's got. That's why the I and the G are already there. So it is sort of a crossword in that things are overlapping, but yes, it is fringe because it's ring in FE. 34, R, I, N, G, and E. Educated. That describes 50% of guys from the East. I mean, it has to be taught. T-A-U-G-H-T. Now, why? Because if you're educated, you're taught. Or if you educated someone, you taught them. That describes, i.e. literally goes around 50% of guys, i.e. GU. All of that from the East, all of that reversed. It is taught. So it's GU in that, all reversed. So, taught. T-A-U. That U is not a surprise. G, H, T. So yeah, those earlier clues, I'm going to have solved them by the time I come back to all of them, I think. The oldest breeds of cat in the world is the Egyptian Mao. It is believed that 5,000 years ago, someone in the Egyptian asked a cat, "What is your name?" And the reply has stuck. Oh, that's so cute! Fastener, however, not turned around. Yep, okay, I'm happy with that one. Fastener, however, not turned around. This is lovely and straightforward, this one. Go for it, Hollow. I'm going to give this one to Hollow. And whilst you start typing that, I'm going to start typing it. I'm hoping that you're right on the button for this. Button. So, however is but. Yeah, but. And not is turned around. Literally, it's not reversed, and you get but and not reversed. Button. 58. Gallic pasta. Oh, I do love a bit of garlic and pasta. Anyway, Gallic pasta ultimately seen in bog near church. So if it's ending in CH for church, and like a Maya. Pasta ultimately, so R. Oh, French. Because if you're Gallic, you're French. Now, why is it French? Fen. There we go. So it's R in fen and then CH for church. Okay. So f r e n s I know that that's probably the letter O and all these things. That is the word unknown. Going to not do that. I'm just going to go through all these clues because I'm enjoying this. Gents grew up in household. Gents grow up in household. I have an idea, but I'm going to need you to confirm it. Is it menage? M-E-N-A-G-E? Because gents are men, and if you grow up, you age. And I think like a household is a menage, like Nicki Minaj. It is. Is that what a menage is? Good, good. Oui, oui. Says Warble. Good. So that is M. E. N for 83. That is not a surprise. A. G is already there. 33 for the E. So that is the word together, probably. Groups of animals with fine hair. Groups of animals with fine hair. I need to get my hair cut. Groups of animals. Flocks. Fine is F. L. Locks are hair. Flocks. So F for fine. Why is F fine? Is that... that's got to be a pencil thing, probably. Or possibly music. But anyway, F is definitely fine. 94 L. 44 O. 63 C. And 54 K. Ménage à trois, a house with three, or colloquially a relationship with... Yes, I know the colloquial meaning. Oh, yes. Why are they alphabetical except for B? What do you mean? Oh, a fluke. Darn it. At least I could do that. That is what the person from a lower low would say. I was menaging a fluke. Down the road. 54. Thank you. A northern flock. It was lucky because that's a fluke. Very good. Very good. Have that and a point. Legendary crooner. Getting along is stiffening. Bing. Legendary crooner must be Bing. Getting along is stiffening. Bracing. So it's Bing. So that 29 is going to be a G. And we're going to put getting along as it in stiffening. Bracing. Setting. Oh, I should get this. Clues are alphabetical except for Hebrew. Oh, they are. Interesting. So a crooner is a style of singing. Think Bing Crosby, Bing Bing Crosby. Name some other crewmen. The Rat Pack, Sammy Davis Jr. Over to chat for name as many crooners as you can in the next 10 seconds. And Officer Crabtree was the person who I was thinking of. Good morning. So it's going to be biting. Oh, getting along is it? Can you explain why that is? Because I don't quite see it. But I'm assuming it's biting. If it's stiffening, it's biting. Disagree with biting. Good, because I didn't think it was. Because someone said think about sex, so I was. And it put me off. It's got to. I'm going to put the G in because it's together and it's biting. Oh my god! The answer evokes sex. Sniffing. Sniffing. Do you know, I'm worried a little bit. I'm being a hypochondriac. I'm just worried about the fact that a lot of the words in my head don't come out right. Like, two words will come out at the same time and they were just like, sniffing. That's sniffing and stiffening. But anyway, bracing. What was used? Like, I'm thinking of corsets now. What are you guys letting me think about? Starch. Can I have two, please? Can I have this second letter because it'll give me the vowel at least? Or pets biting. It's an O. Boxing. Getting along of. Bobbing, bocking, bodding, boffing, bogging, bowling, boaming, boning. On. If it's along, it's on. So it's boning. And you are all naughty for suggesting certain things. You did, Meredith. I would have equally accepted think about butchers or something like that as they filleted something, honestly. This is a family stream for family people. So along is on, put that in Bing for boning. And if you're boning something, it's getting stiffer. Yes, pitting and de-pitting are the same thing. If you pit a thing, you take it out, but you can also put something. Anyway, yes, it's one of those. It is its own opposite, as is the word table. You can table emotion by putting it on the table, and you can table emotion by taking it off. Loving gesture entraps drunken bum in deception. Okay, is that going to be a hug? Is it going to be humbug? Humbug. Is a humbug a deception? So obviously I know of humbug as what Scrooge says. But is it also a deception? And the answer it is, yes. Chambers says that a hollowness, pretense, fraud, or deception. Also a lump of toffee or a peppermint drop. So there you go. So a humbug. So I just, because of Scrooge, I don't associate it with that at all. Whoops. But there we go. This is one of the reasons why I like crosswords, because you learn things, even if it's only for the 5 minutes that you do the crossword. You've now learned a thing, and you can go and ignore it all again once you put the paper down. So that was an anagram of bum. That is a bum that is moving around in hug, which is the loving gesture. 46. 102. Mineral test in which one's succeeded by skill. Mineral test in which one is succeeded by skill. So is a test going to be an oral or an exam? Because I want this to be a mineral. I mean, that's what I want the answer is. That's what I want the answer to be. One is going to be succeeded by skill. Skill is art. I have not said the right word for test, but I have it, and I know what it is now, and I know I was on the right lines. So I'm going to give that a few seconds for you, and then you can all go in. So, another word for a test, but it's not an exam, it's more informal, and we're going to replace one, i.e. the letter I, with a word meaning skill, and that's going to be art. Go for it in the chat. And that is going to be quartz. So it's quiz, but the I becomes R's. That's a lovely little spot in terms of wordplay and exchanging. That's wrong. That's a T, not a TR. A T. What? No. There we go. R for 6 and Z for 67. So we know we've got another Z coming up somewhere in one of the clues. Maybe that's the word Elizabeth's. Good evening, Crossword Angel. This should be fairly straightforward for someone of your caliber. Minor flaw. Have I fixed it, Meredith? I think I have. Minor flaw in reviewing of good book with cover missing. We've got... Oh shit, it's got to be foible, right? 89. Why is it foible? Minor flaw is a quibble of foible. Reviewing of good book with cover missing. Foible? Oh, it's Bible. But without a letter, so... Reviewing of, so of gets reversed, and so that's your FO, and then Bible without its first letter, without its cover, foible, and you get foible. Good, happy with that. I'm sure that the second crossword we do today in the Independent will be an absolute stinker. I mean, I know that's an A, but I'm not going to put it in and things like that, because I'm enjoying these clues too much, to be honest. Moving up, greeting His Majesty. Hi, King. Hi, King. That'll be greeting His Majesty. If you were to do that to a monarch, I'm going to suggest you're going to be beheaded. It's a little informal. But it's got to be Hi, King, because if you're moving up, you're Hi, King. Certainly if you move up some prices, you hike the prices up. So we'll put an I there and an 85. Happy with that. Nasty insect travelling north, then circling east. Nasty insects travelling north, then circling east. Oh yes, absolutely. The hijack. Yeah. I'm sort of thinking of a gnat, maybe, for the insect. Travelling north, though. Then circling east. So it's going to be put around the letter E. That's a good point, Warble. How many of the little glass jars do you own? I own none of them. Because I'm not rich enough to buy a new glass jar every time I want a dessert. Tempting though it may be. Nasty. What if the answer is nasty? Insect travelling north, then circling east. This is true. I could start to try and look at, because I know that 38 is probably an H, because that's going to be the word with, come together with. So if it starts with an H, insect travelling north. Normally if it's travelling north, it's sort of going, if it's a down clue, it would be going up in the grid, but it's not a down clue. I've got my can of 7-Up already. There's no, it's not even a, ugh. Okay, well I'm going to put the H in because I know it's going to start with H. 61. Don't know. Probably measure of work. Hornet. Hang on. Hornet will work. Nasty insect. That's a hornet. Travelling north. Anagram of north around the letter E. There we go. Sorry, I should have let that one go to the chat. I will give the next one to you, whether I know it or not. Especially if I don't know it. Hornet. 70. Yeah, that's an entirely unsurprising E there for Elizabeth. 1960s dance show concluded by my group and me. 1960s dance show. So this is an American crossword that that this source is, so maybe this is referring to something in America, don't know. Concluded by my group and me. Well, me is I. Vipers. Hornets are horrible. I think I might have seen one. Was it today? It was either today or yesterday. There was something very large, wasp-like, but much bigger than a wasp, flying outside my window, so I quickly closed the window. So because we have an oak tree just out front, quite close to the front of the house, so it's entirely possible that is where it would come from, or something like that. I really hope not. But equally, I don't mind having the oak tree there, because if it sort of comes over here to investigate, it's going to go back over there. It can smell the oak tree or whatever, so it shouldn't come in too often. It'll be able to come out quite quickly because of the smell. Anyway, that's enough about my hornet. Right, let's give this one to the chat. Go for it, Meredith and et al. I don't think Meredith, I've given one to you. It's because I don't know this one. My group is probably us, so I want it to be something like USI or something. Watusi, says Meredith. Okay, so at least I was along the right lines. Is that what is that? What is it's a 1960s dance. So that's your definition. Show concluded, so that's W, by my group. By is at, and then my group is us, and then I is me. Me is I. Okay, 99. Quite a little charade, that one. 73 and 79. So we get a musket for this next one. Old gun barrel mostly covered in mould. Really? I don't get a hit for musket, so I think I've done something wrong. I'm going off you, Chris. I must have typed, because that must be musket, right? That must be musket for an old gun. Barrel mostly covered in mould. That's got to be a T. Must around keg. Oh, a barrel is a keg, of course. So I'm just looking it up in the just checking. So that last one should be 79. The other one should have been 89. So this one should be should be a T. It should be number 89, not 79, not 89. Do we have 79? No, that's what it was. This one is 89, which is going to be that one. So that is a T, but then what? Oh, I just think I added it in twice. There we go. I think anyway. There we go. Musket is the answer there. What arousing fear in casual shirt and slip. One arousing fear in casual shirt and slip. Has to end in an R. A terror. How about a terror? A T is a casual shirt and a slip is an error. There we go. And that puts the T for Elizabeth. 62. There's your R for work. 16. 24. And 14. Perform lead in Macbeth wearing oxygen mask. Perform lead in Macbeth wearing oxygen mask. Daughter versus laughter. Hey. What have I said it twice? What have I said twice? I said something twice. Perform lead in Macbeth. M. Wearing oxygen mask. Well, Hamlet is the lead in Macbeth, right? No, Macbeth is what? I did not say that. I didn't say that. No one, everybody, erase the last 10 seconds from your mind. Macbeth is the... I hate Shakespeare! Okay, moving on. Wearing oxygen mask. No, gonna have to come back to that one. Raw liver I squeamishly will consume. Raw liver I squeamishly will consume. I think I've got a problem with Hamlet and Macbeth in my head. Those two, I did have to study both at school, and that'll be why. It's the only two that I'm familiar with, and whatever the one had Portia in, and A Pound of Flesh and Shylock, Merchant of Venice. So they're all in my head. Raw liver I squeamishly will consume. Oh, hang on. Zooming in. This, yes, okay, happy with this one. Do you, Sean? I genuinely don't remember and have absolutely no idea what that means. Go for it in the chat for Z. I'm going to say risque for this. So 55 is you. So if it's raw, it's risque. I never studied theatre. No, absolutely not. Which is fun for someone who's done a lot of work in television. I don't have a film and TV background. I did science at university. Okay, a river running through the sovereign's place. That must be thrown, but why? So that is not a river, it is clue capital A. So it's just river, which will be R, running through the... Is there a river Ron? Good work, Catnip. I mean, we did a whole puzzle based on the Scottish word recently. I mean, there's a Rhone, yeah, but that's R-H-O-N-E. I'm after Ron in the... I mean, yeah, but for thrown, running is on. So river is R, running is on. Thank you. Yes, if an appliance is running, it is on. So it's R and on in the, and the sovereign's place is the throne. Allied group loses head in battle. Okay, go for it. Is my refrigerator on? I believe it is. I hope so, because the milk will go off in it otherwise. Oh, interesting. Interesting sensei. I mean, wouldn't have known. Yes, it is a faction. An allied group is a faction, but take off the first letter and you get action. So, to no one's surprise, that's an I, and I'm very pleased that number 74 has yet... It's here. We don't know if it's laughter or slaughter, or it can't be slaughter, daughter. Probably Elizabeth's daughter, but it could be laughter, couldn't it? Next one, we actually have all the letters for server putting piece of ice in drink, and the answer is waiter, so the piece of ice must be I, and we're going to put that in water for a waiter. D, someone yearning for more time, that's a double definition, so it's two definitions of the same thing. Someone who yearns is someone who longs, they're a longer, and if you need more time, it's longer. E, we're told ass to be indistinguishable from hole in the ground. Burrow. Why is that meant to sound the same as burrow or something? Like a burrow. It sounds like another word for a donkey, i.e. an ass. So anyway, if you hole in the ground is a burrow. Sounds like burrow. Okay. Next one. We returned to take in Nevada City earlier. Okay, happy with this one. Do you know your American geography? What cities in Nevada do you know? I have not been to this city. Go for it, everyone who's got it. Even I could solve those, couldn't I, Meredith? Air now. Air now is the answer to that. It's Reno in we backwards. So we returned, return it, put Reno in that, and you get air now, and that means earlier. Next one, woman follows closely in car. Woman follows closely in car. Okay, your car is your wheels. Woman is W. If you follow closely someone, you heel them. You could be hot on heels, hot on someone's heels. But to heel, can that be a verb? To strike with the heel, to supply with the heel, to seize by the heels, to tie by the heels, to follow at the heels of. Yes, it is. There we go. You're on someone's heels, but that is not what the clue was quite saying. It says follows closely, so that you need the verb. H. Yours truly, captured by Connecticut swindlers. So that's me in captured by Connecticut. So I'm assuming Connecticut is CN, so it's on me. I mean, it's definitely con then. Con is Connecticut. Did not know it could also be con, C-O-N-N. But put me in that and you'll get con men. Okay, we're so close to solving absolutely everything. Let's just quickly go back up to the top. So Hebrew, we had minnow, adagio. So this is looking very much like hazard. Bet it's not easy to hold both ends. Hard, but both ends, I was so close. Both ends of the alphabet are A and Z, or A and Z, depending on where you live. And so it's hard with A and Z, or I mean it could be cheeky and say that it's hard with Z and A because that's still both ends. Anyway, either way it works. So this is now a mimosa. Champagne cocktail has mother belting I'm so excited. Okay, so it's Ma, M-A, and then it is an anagram of I'm so. I just couldn't quite get there when I was doing it first. Okay. Now, why is this detour? Darn convoluted route. Why, or dang, maybe? So this makes this D for daughter. Well done if you said that. It's an unlit. So a convoluted route is a detour, but why? Where's the D plus route? Oh, D and an anagram of route. Oh, that's really good. I like that. Teehee, fringe, talk, button, French, flocks, boning, humbug, quartz, foible, hiking, hornet, to see Mike. So domino was this. This is the last one that I didn't have. Domino. Perform leading in Macbeth wearing oxygen mask. Why is that domino? If you perform, you domino? Is a domino a mask? I'm actually going to have to look up domino because I only know it's the gaming piece. A domino is a cape with a long hood worn by a master or a priest. So maybe it is a mask. Yes, a mask covering the upper half of the face. It's a type of mask. There we go. So if you perform, you do. Leading Macbeth is M. If you're wearing, you're in. Oh yes, I'm wearing a tracksuit. I'm wearing trousers. I'm in trousers. And then O for oxygen. There we go. So we now have 3 new clues. Bother, nurse for ornament. We know that we're going to get 3 5-letter answers. Come together with me to acquire a measure of work. And Elizabeth's daughter, unknown, in building wing. Well, I can do number 5. It would be time. So I can do... I say number 5 because it's sort of... This is the clue that's going to go in row and column 3. This is going to go in row and column 4. And this is going to go in row and column 5. This one, annex. Because Anne is the daughter and X is the unknown. So we have annex there. So we now know the last letter is E of this one. So I'm actually going to label them through no usefulness whatsoever. 3, 4 and 5 because it says fill them in 3, 4 and 5. Good evening. I'm doing all right, trying to finish up work for the day still. Oh, I'm not surprised. Don't know why I said it like that. I'm doing all right. Come together, unite with me to acquire a measure of work. Erg, oh hello, erg. Me and erg is merge. So that's that. 3. Clue 3, we're ending in RN. Bother nurse. So your nurse is an RN. Registered nurse. So we need a 3-letter word for bother. Or I could think of his irk, but it isn't that. For ornament. Okay, yes, I've got this, I've got this. Go for it. Anyone who's got this, like Holland Grove Bulbajay, go for it, go for it, go for it. It's an ado, yes. And if ornament, if something adorns something, it is an ornament. So fill in a 1 and a 2 in the rows and columns. 1 and 2 to complete the word square. So it's that's clever. Fill in a 1 and a 2, and the 1 is Obama, and the 2 is Biden, because Obama was the president and Biden was his Veep. So they're the literal 1 and 2 that complete that word square. That's a fun little finish. I like that. And that is a 1 and a 2 by Henry Hook. That was you wanted Llama and Leyden. Well, that it would have worked, but not with the preamble. But Hollow's always after a nice llama, I would imagine. Anyway, I enjoyed that.